Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Random Reads. This is your host, and I'm present with you today with Good Vibes, Good Life by Vex King. There's a topic called being there for others. Page 103. Earlier, I wrote about the importance of being around people who are in more positive mood than you, by rating higher if you want to feel good. This is true when we are with someone who smiles a lot and is happier, then obviously they tend to influence us to more cheerfulness. This is often a great solution, but can naturally have a downside for those with the higher vibration. They may find that when they are there for someone who isn't feeling great, they find it difficult to remain stable in their own emotional state. Spending time with someone who is searching for higher vibes can pull them down. You may feel like this when a friend explains all their troubles to you and sadness suddenly spreads through your body. It's catching. I learned this lesson at university when a flatmate of mine was feeling low after being heartbroken by a girlfriend who had ended their relationship. One night, while we were out with friends, he went back to the flat early, distraught about the breakup. The girl who he was heartbroken over became extremely worried from the text he was sending her that he would do something to harm himself. She let us know so we could check on him. When my friends and I got back to the flat, his door was locked and his music was turned up loud. We kept knocking on his door, but he wouldn't let us in. We started to panic and called the caretaker, who had a spare key to his room. As we entered, we saw him crawled up in bed with tears running down his face. We took a closer look at his wrists and saw the marks of what appeared to be self-inflicted cuts. In that moment, we realized that he was so low that he wanted to end his life. Unfortunately, our entrance interrupted his desperation and we were able to console him. Over the next few days, there was a very strange vibe in our flat. Over the next few days, there was a very strange vibe in our flat. Everyone was shaken. The flatmate, who had attempted to take his own life, did not say much about the incident, but he did want to spend time with me. I spent my evenings with him, offering support and trying to offer gentle advice to make him feel better. But after a while, I realized that I did not feel like my normal self. I was starting to feel really down. I realized that as much as I wanted to be there for him, I had to think about myself too. I felt empty, and I couldn't pour from an empty cup. True thing. I felt empty, and I could not pour from an empty cup. There is a quotation here. Before you try to fix someone else's vibe, make sure you are not killing your own in the process. Protect your own energy first. However, I was already torn apart and I knew that unless I felt good in myself, I just wouldn't be able to offer him proper support. I would feel hypocritical for offering comfort when I was distraught myself. He seemed to be doing okay and this gave me a little peace of mind. Eventually, I was able to get my vibrations up and be there for him more effectively, yes. This was many years ago, and since then a lot has changed. For one, I have a much greater depth of awareness and understanding. I am fortunate to be in the position where many thousands of people feel they can share their problems with me. But because of what I have learned, I can now keep my vibrations steady, even if someone else's vibrations is very low. There are expectations, and I am still careful to protect my energy from people who want to drain it or abuse my willingness to help them. If my emotional state isn't high enough to start with, I know that by trying to help someone who is feeling low, I may suffer a profound emotional impact. Let me read it again. if my emotional state isn't high enough to start with. I know that by trying to help someone who is feeling low, I may suffer a profound emotional impact. If you are listening to someone ranting on about how troublesome their life is and you are not feeling great yourself, you could be heading to a major energy drain. Although lending an ear can be helpful, increasing the number of unhappy people in the world doesn't benefit anyone. If you are listening to someone ranting on about how troublesome their life is and you are not feeling great yourself, you could be headed for a major energy drain. So only take the bullets that you can stop, right? Although lending an ear can be helpful, increasing the number of unhappy people in the world doesn't benefit anyone. The wisest thing for you to do is in this situation is to change your state by vibrating as high as you can. This is how you can protect your own vibration. By doing this, you build the strength needed to help others. Thank you for listening the podcast. And for more episodes, please like, subscribe, and support us. Uh, more group discussions and life reflection chapters are coming soon. And please don't forget to leave feedback, comments, and suggestions. And you can also suggest which book shall we uh, cover in the next sessions. Okay. Have a great day. Bye bye. Have a great night. Sweet dreams.